What's up, guys? Welcome to part 1 of the Q&A series that I'm going to be doing. And pretty much the way this is going to go is I'm going to be answering questions that was left on one of my videos that I uploaded a while ago. The video title, hold on, let me pull that up real quick. The video was titled Battlefield 1 First Thoughts, and in the video I let you guys know if you post a comment asking me a question, I'll hit up the question in a Q&A video. But to continue on with the Q&A, if you guys do have any questions, now I might repeat some questions, so repeat some answers. I'm gonna try to keep these videos about 20 minutes long, shorter than or up to. And if you guys do have any further questions, you go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section of this video, and I'll just keep on using the Q&A videos to pull questions from. So the first question that I got comes from Nitmar, and it's, how did your parents decide to name you Ivan? Well, my dad's name is Ivan, so I'm a junior. So pretty much it was just a cut and dry type of deal where he wanted his son to be named Ivan as well. So, you know, I'm really proud of that name, and I know I'll probably get asked a question if I'm going to name my son in the future Ivan. And yes, I will be naming him Ivan. He'll be Ivan the Third, so, and I hope he, you know, continues it on with his son in the future, and I hope I'm still alive to see it. So the next question comes from Tobias Berg. What's your favorite type of food? That's a good question. I think I'll have to go with steak. Definitely like steak and red potatoes, garlic flavored. Can't really beat that. There's actually a restaurant down in Wilmington, Wilmington being a town about an hour away from here, called Buzz's Roost. If you guys are ever in Wilmington, I would highly recommend that restaurant. They make the best steak I've ever tasted of any restaurant I've ever been to. So that says a lot because I've been to a shit ton of fucking restaurants. So the next question comes from Giovanni. Holy shit, I cannot answer that or pronounce that last name. What's the craziest thing that's happened to you and anyone you knew when you were in the Marines? Well, I mean, there's a lot of crazy things that definitely happens in the Marine Corps to both myself and other people. And I do touch upon this a lot in the Sunday Fun Day videos. So if you definitely want to hear some crazy stories, I would highly recommend you check those Sunday Fun Day videos out. You can find them on my channel. So I'm not going to really get into the craziest things that's happened because that's what that series is for. So that's that. The next question comes from Best Player 44, M4 or M16 in real life? M4, simply because of the fact that now in the U.S. military there is no difference between the M4 and M16 besides the fact that the M4 has a collapsible buttstock and a shorter barrel. So, and of course, being as though it's shorter and everything, it's lighter. So the M16 has been replaced in all infantry units by the M4. So now the weapons that we have in our platoons are M4s and IARs. So I would definitely choose an M4 over an M16 for the simple fact that in close quarter scenario and mount, you know, it's easier to fucking maneuver and get the job done rather than an M16. The next one comes from Bobzilla163. Will you be having your own server in Battlefield 1? Would love to play with you. No homo. I haven't said that no homo thing in a while, but no, I won't be purchasing my own server as of right now. I don't really have any plans to do so. I just hop in random servers. If you do want to play with me, no homo, you can add me on PS4. I'll put the friggin' PSN name on the screen right now so you can add me. Next one comes from PG. Yo, Ivan, can you play like other adventure games and commentate over them a bit like the Minecraft series back in the day? I don't know, really. Oh, and he put a side one. Plus, how many chicks have you smashed on the counter? Oh my god. Honestly, like probably 2. I don't really take them to the kitchen a lot. So, I mean, well, I've had girls like cook for me. So, I mean, yeah. Well, all right. Yeah, I guess I'll say 2. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I have a bed for a reason. It's a lot more comfortable on the bed. Yeah, it's kind of like sporadic and, you know, like surprise type of deal, if that makes any sense, when you do it on the counter. But honestly, that doesn't really appeal to me. Like, yeah, I'd rather do it on the bed. More comfortable. The next one, oh, and by the way, yeah, about that question about the adventure games, I don't know if I'm gonna get back into Minecraft and everything like that. I really don't have a ton of time to be playing a shit ton of different games, so right now I'm really focusing on Battlefield 1, and when Call of Duty 4 Remastered comes out, you'll be seeing gameplay from that. So the next one comes from, let's see, I'm just going up the list to see who's got the question. How did you come up with the name? This comes from Alexander. I guess that's the way you pronounce that. Davidov. I probably am butchering names left and right. How did you come up with the name The End 004500? Back in 2006 was when I created my YouTube account. Literally like a year after YouTube came out. And The End comes from, if you guys have ever played Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, there's a character in there, one of the big bosses, and his name in the game is The End. And he's a sniper you got to overcome. And the 45 stands for 45 caliber, being one of the caliber of one of my favorite pistols of all time, being the 1911. And the zeros, those were just random. So there's really no point in having the zeros, but I just did anyways. Next question comes from Infamous Killer. What do you think about the state of America from when you enlisted to, I guess you meant to say now? Honestly, you know, I love my country to death. I always will. And when it comes to the state of America, it's always going to be crazy no matter what. Like, all right, so the way I always see it is that the world and America, being, you know, America's in the world has just always been this way. It's always been this crazy. It's always been this violent. The only thing is that made it different now is I want you to think of it like you're sitting on a chair, and then to your right-hand side is the entire world. All right, and in between you two, there's a wall. And before the internet, before the phone, before all this modern transportation, everything like that, that wall only had like very small windows. You could only see a little bit of it. But then the internet came out, the telephone came out, television, all this stuff came out. Now you have a big giant fucking window. Pretty much that wall doesn't even exist anymore. So you're able to see all the bullshit that goes on in the world. So when it comes to the state of America, I believe that America is always going to be like this. It's always the same because it's a country comprised of a bunch of different cultures in one. So of course you're going to have a lot of clashes and everything like that. And you know, I don't really hold it against it when I think of myself, quote unquote, serving the country or whatever. Honestly, I don't even like being thanked for my service. It was my choice to join the Marine Corps. You know, I always say I'm not above you guys. I'm not below you guys. I'm always beside you guys. You know, there's some people out there that, you know, they let being in the military get to their head, or being a police officer get to their head, or any type of position of authority, so to speak. So, you know, I don't really care about all that. But as far as the state of America goes, I believe it's just the same, and it's always going to be this way. There's just things that you have to deal with, and you know, it is what it is. So that's my answer to that. The Arsenal has asked, do you consider joining Recon or staying in the Marine Corps long enough to join MARSOC? And do you have any friends in either? I do have some friends in Recon, although I don't know anybody in MARSOC. We've worked with MARSOC very vaguely a few times, mainly doing Rappel Tower. The first time they were there, they were the ones setting up the rope for some reason. And other than that, we don't really see them. They have their own agenda and their own kind of mission set. As far as Recon goes, never really worked with them. But like I said, I do have friends in each, and I don't consider joining Recon or staying in long enough to go MARSOC. I plan on getting out and going into law enforcement. So that's my plan. If a big war kicks off, then, you know, I'm gonna try to get myself back in and do my part. Brian Chavez asks, am I on PC gaming? I do play on PC, but mainly like Sims. I know, don't be talking shit. Sims is awesome. I like playing Sim City, and I play Arma 2 still on the PC every now and then. Alright, let's see what's the next. Private Jellybean asks, what are your thoughts on DICE changing Battlefield, adding the behemoths, changing the classes, etc.? Also, that game mode you were talking about with the trenches brings me back to the Halo days. I think it's a great idea. Hell yeah, it's a great idea. Fucking trench warfare would be awesome. Now, on my thoughts of DICE changing Battlefield, honestly, I think Battlefield 1 is very well put together so far. You know, I haven't really been getting mad at it at all. I don't know if it's the change in me or if it's the change of Battlefield itself. But the behemoths are actually great. I think it's a great addition, especially on operations. It gives those guys attacking another chance to you know, get that fire support that they're going to need out there. And the changes as far as the classes and all that go, I think it's very well put together. I think they did a great job. So I approve of all of it so far. Now, my opinions could always change. So, you know, don't just take this for face value and just take it all the way. You know, it could change down the road. you never know. Sometimes things are hidden in there, and then you find them, and then it's like Modern Warfare 2, if you guys remember that. You know, at first everybody was like, oh my god, it's awesome. Then things like One Man Army, the fucking grenade launcher, noob tube shit happened, and then it was just like, holy shit. The next question comes from, hold on, let me make sure, I'll just read it. DMC Go 3. Hey Ivan, that hypothetical trench warfare mode you suggested sounds very similar to another World War I shooter that I've been playing called Verdun. I've heard quite a few comments about this game. The game was just recently ported from PC to PS4, only 20 bucks. What? Like a month or two ago. That game does look pretty, but I'd still highly recommend if you're looking for hardcore and realistic trench warfare experience, especially since Battlefield 1 seems to be lacking in that area. I'm definitely gonna check that out. I didn't know about the porting over. You know, being in the military, being kind of disconnected from the whole gaming community. I don't really know much about what's going on, and I can't really keep up with it all. So I'm definitely gonna check that out. And Verdun, and 20 bucks on the PS4. Fuck yeah. The next question comes from CT7428. What do you think about MARSOC Raiders, and do you think that you could pass their training? Do I think that I could pass their training? I have confidence in the fact that I can, yeah, because, you know, there's a lot of, you learn a lot about yourself when you join the infantry. You learn what your capabilities are, what your limits are, and honestly, I've never fallen out of anything. I've never had trouble keeping up with any of the training. I'm usually one that's a great hiker. I can shoot pretty fucking good, all this type of stuff. So I'm pretty sure if I applied myself to being a MARSOC or to being in MARSOC, being a raider, I definitely do believe that I could pass their training, and I do believe that I can become one of the operators. However, I don't have interest in doing that. You know, I've already been in the Marine Corps for 3 years and 2 months and done a lot of shit in the infantry, and you know, I just want to move on to something else. Now, like I said in the previous question, if a big war pops off, then yeah, I'll probably consider going MARSOC or some type of special forces, even if it's not in the Marine Corps. All right, next question is the craziest thing I've seen. This comes from El Cito. Craziest thing I've seen while Ubering. So he's talking about Uber driving. For those of you guys who don't know, I Uber drive on the weekends. Pretty much, if you haven't heard about Uber, it's an app, you download it, and then if you need a ride, it's like a taxi service, but you know, it's not anybody can do it. They do background checks for the drivers and stuff like that, and you gotta be, you have to have a nice vehicle and all this type of shit, but I do it on the weekends. And honestly, the craziest thing I've seen while Ubering, so real quick, brief story right now. I was Ubering, I picked up a chick who is fucking wasted and her drunk friends and drove them to a strip club or whatever. Then on the way back, she wanted to go somewhere, but she was like completely fucking trash, and her friends were like, no, you can't go over there. And I was listening to her friends because I knew she was drunk, and then she got really pissed off and she grabbed my wheel and like tried to steer me in the direction that she wanted to go, and I had to fucking like kind of give her the people's elbow to get her off the fucking steering wheel. It was fucking crazy. But you know, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna come across a lot more crazier shit when Uber driving, and I will make videos letting you guys know what the fuck is going on when the crazy shit happens. So that's the craziest thing I've seen so far. It's not too crazy around here, simply because of the fact that, you know, it's mainly Marines I pick up, and they're respectful and everything like that of my vehicle, and of the fact that, you know, they're just trying to get to where they want to go. I'm sure the crazy shit happens before and after I pick them up. So that's pretty much it. The next question comes from Yasir Sheikh. Dude, I'm sorry. I completely obliterated your name as well. I apologize. I love you. What do you miss most about the military at this moment? I'm still active duty, so there's nothing I really miss about it because, I mean, I see it every day. So, next question. The Mark Shark. Wow, that's a pretty cool name. My Q&A question is, how did your experience in the military compare and contrast to how you thought it would be before you joined? Huh. And Alex Duper was going to ask that same question, so I'll give Alex Duper a little shout out here too. So, what did I think was going to happen before I joined? I guess I thought I was going to be sent to Afghanistan, or, I mean, Iraq was closing by the time I joined in. So I didn't really see an Iraq deployment, but I definitely foresaw an Afghanistan deployment and some other, you know, stuff out there, because there's a lot that the military does. But honestly, what I thought about the military before joining, besides anticipating an Afghan deployment, I really kept my mind open, honestly. I didn't really read up on every little detail about the military. I just knew what branch I wanted to go to, and I let, you know, my mind be open, and me just go in there with a fresh mind and just take it how it is. Be like a sponge and just take it how it is. Because if you go in with expectations and they don't meet that, you're going to be either really fucking upset, disgruntled, or demotivated and all this shit. So I went in with just an open mindset, like I said. Wow, voice crack, great. Next question comes from John Anders. Do you still feel motivated to do YouTube? Fuck yeah. I've been feeling motivated for the last few years to do YouTube, and guess what? I wasn't able to do it. I was deployed. I was deployed again. I was dealing with marriage, divorce, all this shit, like a bunch of stuff, you know, so I really didn't have any time to do YouTube, but I definitely feel motivated to do it. Like I said in one of my previous videos, I really don't care how many views I get or don't get. Yes, views, more views, and earning more revenue from this is a goal. It is. It should be for anybody. You should be able to set goals for yourself. You know, especially in the fact that I'm in the real world, so, you know, earning some extra money on the side is a great thing. However, that's not my main reason for coming back to YouTube. I came back because I missed the shit out of you guys. And I love interacting with my community. I love interacting with the guys who watch my videos and everything like that. And I'm going to try to get back into live streaming pretty soon. I just got to get that set up. It's most likely going to be on Twitch. So definitely expect some live streams in the future. And yes, I am motivated as fuck to do YouTube. Next one comes from, I was just about to fuck that name up real bad. William Ruff. Wow, I was about to say William Wuff. Like, I was about to destroy your name, dude. So, good thing I stopped myself. Fuck, marry, avoid. So, I'm going to replace avoid with kill. And so, it's fuck, marry, kill. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, and Harambe. I'll fuck Hillary Clinton, marry Donald, or marry Harambe, and kill Donald. Actually, no. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase this. I will fuck Donald Trump. No. I got it. I got it now. I'm going to marry Donald Trump because he's rich. I will fuck Harambe, and I will kill Hillary Clinton. That's how much I do not like Hillary Clinton. So, yeah. And I already know somebody's going to ask about my Martin Gonzalez over here. I'm skipping ahead like 3 comments. But Martin Gonzalez asked, who am I going to vote for this year's presidential election? Honestly, I think my 2 choices are pretty fucking shitty. Either I chop off my left nut or my right nut. So it's just, this has been the worst election I've seen ever. So I don't even know, honestly. So yeah, William Ruff, that's who I'll do, and Martin Gonzalez, that's my opinion on that. James Maxwell asks, how many different countries have you gone to while in the Marine Corps? Let's see, Spain, Italy, France, Japan, Philippines, Korea. So 6 different countries in my time in. So those are the countries I've been to. The Amazing Beast. Oh, no. He didn't even ask a question. He just told me I've been uploading so many videos lately. LOL. Great. Cregan Games? Cregan Games. There we go. I'm sorry. I guess I'm dyslexic a little bit. What do you think of other branches of the military besides the Marine Corps? Well, I think all the branches do their part. You know, the Air Force being the biggest Air Force in the world. And then you got the Navy being the 2nd biggest Air Force in the world and the 1st biggest Navy in the world. So I think they definitely do their parts. And, of course, the Army and the Coast Guard, you know, doing their part. The Coast Guard mainly keeps the coast guarded, obviously. It's self-explanatory. And the Army has their own set of SOPs and mission sets and all that. So I think the other branches definitely do a good job. They're definitely here to help support the Marine Corps as well. And vice versa, and we wouldn't really be able to do anything without the other branches. However, the Marine Corps is the fucking toughest branch. It's the most elite, and we hold ourselves to an incredibly higher standard, and it's going to continue to be that way, so bam. Game Addict asked the same question as Martin Gonzalez. Infamous hacks. Has being in the military changed the way you play video games? Yes, sort of, I would say. However, there's a lot of situations where military tactics will not work in video games simply because of the fact that video games aren't realistic. There's no video game that's completely realistic or even close to it. Not even Arma 2. Not even Arma. I'm going to throw that one out there. I know it's going to hurt the feelings of some of the milsim gamers out there, but Arma is not anywhere near realistic, I'm sorry to say. But, you know, they do a good job at trying to portray it, so it is what it is. But yeah, it has changed the way I played video games. I play it more in a tactical mindset, trying to you know, use tactics that I've actually learned in the military and, you know, try to apply them. But like I said, they fail a lot because of the fact that the battlefield is just not realistic. You know, in a real world situation, I shoot the guy once, he's probably fucked up right now and just gonna fucking kind of get down, and he's injured no matter where the fuck you shoot him. You know, unless you shoot him in the sappy plate or unless he's on PCP, or, you know, you got that chance that round isn't gonna really do much. But, you know, one round makes a huge difference. In Battlefield 1, it doesn't really make a big difference at all. You can shoot a guy 6 times and he's still looking at you like you know, you're about to give him a handy. So, so it is what it is. But yeah, it has changed the way I play video games. So I'm going to cut this one off right here, and I'm going to continue on. Next Wednesday, I'll get the part 2 out, and it will be next Wednesday, I guess. I don't know what the fuck I was trying to get at with that when I was saying it will be. I don't even know. All I know is next Wednesday I'll get out part 2. I'll try to throw these out every Wednesday. Keep it on schedule. If I can't keep it on schedule, I apologize. So, you know, I'm trying to integrate YouTube with a busy life schedule. So, like I said, if Sunday Fun Days aren't always on Sunday, or Sunday Fun Days don't come out every Sunday, or if now I'm doing this on Wednesdays, don't come out every Wednesday, don't be upset. You know, just understand that there's other things in life that I gotta take care of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of this Q&A, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the other Q&As. And remember, leave your questions in the comment section below, because once I go through all the comments on the one that I'm hitting up right now, I'll start getting to the ones on the video that are posted on this video right now. So I hope you guys enjoy. Until next time, don't forget to click that like button, favorite this video, subscribe if you're new here, and until next time, guys, peace.